Racist man attacks black police captain on the street. What happened next will shock you. What happens when a racist man filled with hate attacks a black police captain on a busy street, unaware of the powerful consequences he's about to face? This intense confrontation will leave you shocked as karma strikes back instantly. Watch the full story unfold in a dramatic encounter filled with tension, unexpected twists, and a powerful message about standing up to racism. Have you ever witnessed a moment that could change someone's life forever? Don't miss out on this powerful story. Have you ever thought what could happen if someone attacked a police officer without realizing who they were? What if that officer was someone highly respected and had the power to instantly turn the tables? On a busy street corner, the last thing anyone expected was an explosive confrontation. People were going about their day, unaware that they were about to witness a moment of reckoning, a moment that would reveal the dangerous nature of ignorance and racism. The air was filled with the sounds of everyday life, cars driving by, people chatting, until one man's blind hate shattered the peace. It all started when James, a black man in his early 30s, was walking down the street, minding his own business. He looked sharp, dressed in a crisp suit, though his casual demeanor betrayed no hint of the authority he held. What no one knew, at least not yet, was that James was a respected police captain. But why should that even matter? Should anyone be targeted just because of their skin color? Suddenly, without warning, a white man named Alex, also in his early 30s, started shouting at James from across the street. "Hey, you, what are you doing here?" His voice was filled with rage, and his face was twisted with hate. Have you ever witnessed someone lose their cool for no reason at all? Alex's loud, aggressive tone caught the attention of the people nearby. Some paused to watch, while others hurried away, hoping not to get involved. But the look on Alex's face was that of a man who had already made up his mind, and what came next would shock everyone who was watching. Alex crossed the street in a hurry, and before James could even react, Alex shoved him with all his might. "You don't belong here," he screamed. The tension in the air skyrocketed. Could this really be happening? Was this man so blinded by hatred that he attacked a complete stranger without any reason? James stumbled back but didn't fall. His training kicked in. For a moment, James thought about revealing who he was right then and there. But something stopped him. Why should he have to announce his position to be treated with respect? Instead, he tried to calm the situation, knowing full well that he had the upper hand, even if Alex didn't know it yet. "Back off, man," James said, keeping his voice steady but firm. "You don't want to do this." But Alex was too far gone, too consumed by his own misguided rage. "Don't tell me what to do," Alex yelled. "You people think you own everything, walking around here like you're better than us." The words cut through the air like a knife, and the crowd started to gather, murmuring among themselves. How often do we see situations escalate like this, all because someone refuses to see the humanity in another person? Without warning, Alex threw a punch. The crowd gasped. Was this it? Was James going to fight back, or would he simply take the abuse? But James was a trained officer. In an instant, he caught Alex's fist midair and twisted his arm behind his back. Alex winced in pain, the shock of James's strength freezing him in place. "You picked the wrong guy today," James muttered under his breath. What would you do if someone who underestimated you suddenly realized they were in way over their head? At that moment, Alex began to realize that James wasn't just another guy walking down the street. This wasn't some random confrontation, but it was too late. He had already dug his own grave. James quickly and efficiently pulled out his badge, flashing it for everyone to see. The crowd gasped again, this time in a different tone. James wasn't just some passerby. He was a high-ranking officer of the law. What must have been going through Alex's head at that moment? Suddenly, the entire dynamic of the situation shifted. Alex, who had been so sure of himself just moments earlier, was now facing the consequences of his racist attack. He had assaulted a police captain, a serious offense. But the tension wasn't over yet. "You don't know who you're messing with," James said calmly, holding Alex in a firm grip. "I could arrest you right now for assaulting an officer. Do you have any idea how serious this is?" The crowd watched in awe. Some began recording on their phones, knowing they had just witnessed something unbelievable. Have you ever seen a situation turn around so fast? One moment someone's in control, and the next, they're at the mercy of the person they attacked? Alex, now visibly shaken, stammered, "I didn't know. I thought you were just another." His voice trailed off. Just another what? The words hung in the air. Everyone knew exactly what he meant, but he couldn't say it. He was too ashamed. Just another what? James asked, leaning in, daring Alex to finish his sentence, but Alex couldn't bring himself to speak. "You thought you could treat me like trash because of the color of my skin?" James continued. "You thought you could push me around and no one would stop you? Well, here's a reality check." The crowd was dead silent, hanging on every word. Isn't it shocking how fast someone's arrogance can crumble when they're faced with the truth? James let go of Alex, pushing him back slightly. "You're not worth my time, but I'm not letting you walk away without learning something today." He stepped closer to Alex, staring him down. "Racism has no place here. Not on these streets, not anywhere." Alex looked around, his face bright red with embarrassment. The reality of his situation was beginning to sink in. He had attacked a man he didn't know, all because of his own prejudices. And now, he was paying the price. But James wasn't finished. "I could arrest you right now, but I want you to take a good hard look at yourself. You attacked me because of the color of my skin. You attacked a police captain. What are you going to do when the roles are reversed?" The tension was thick in the air. Everyone was waiting to see what Alex would do next. Would he apologize? Would he try to justify his actions? Or would he simply run away in shame? Alex's mouth opened, but no words came out. He was trapped, not just by James's authority, but by the realization of his own wrongdoing. "You have a choice," James said, his voice firm. "You can walk away right now, but if I ever see you pulling this kind of stunt again, I won't hesitate to take you down. Understand?" Alex nodded, barely able to meet James's gaze. He turned and hurried away, his once confident stride now reduced to a defeated shuffle. Have you ever seen karma strike so quickly? How often do we get to see instant justice for those who think they're untouchable? As Alex disappeared into the crowd, James stood tall, looking around at the faces that had gathered. He didn't need to say anything else. The message was clear. Racism would not be tolerated, and justice would be swift. So, what do you think? Can a single moment change a person's life forever? How long will it take for Alex to realize the gravity of what he's done? And will he ever dare to make such a mistake again? The crowd slowly dispersed, the weight of what they had just witnessed hanging in the air. James continued walking down the street, calm and composed, knowing that he had done the right thing. But what would you have done in his shoes?
If you've watched this far, comment which country you're watching from and leave a 100 in the comment section because you are type of person that likes to finish what they started. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to get notified whenever we drop new videos.